Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Saturday, it's the weekend. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. It is December 2nd, and we have quite an exciting show for you today. I got into the kitchen, I made peppermint bark, hot cocoa, and more, plus flamenco dancers here in studio. Very explosive and exciting stuff. And then Gretchen headed over to the Lodge at Vail. So hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Gretchen got out and about. We love when she does that, but she went to the Lodge at Vail to talk all things après and all the coziness that they have there at the Lodge. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm in the beautiful Kachina at the Lodge of Vail with one of my dear friends at this point, Christopher. How are you doing? The general manager, I should say. Christopher, how are you doing?
Wonderful. Happy to have you with us this morning, Gretchen.
Thank you. I'm so stoked. You know, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else because this is beautiful. The vibe feels like the holidays.
Yeah, we're definitely set up for the holidays. We've got a gondola activation downstairs, a great photo op down there. All decorated for the holidays already, and I'm very much looking forward to the winter programming. So
I love that. And Christopher, I was walking around earlier, and these TV screens you have are stunning. I know they're a new moment. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, we put a significant investment into the property this year for audiovisual. We like to think that we're becoming a home for sports programming, watching NFL games, college games, and then also live music here on Wednesdays and Fridays.
We were talking about the live music. You have the who's who of the Vail Valley coming in because I know a lot of the names, and it's beautiful. You do it right. Did you say right to the right of me, below the wreath? Is that correct?
Just in front of the fire pit at the main doors there. So they play inside to the dining room. We've got about 80 seats in there and another 40 here in the bar. So nice intimate room to enjoy live music.
Well, and what an intimate setting. I was just having this moment in my head with the snow falling down. You can watch it through the windows and the music's going. And the cool thing you mentioned to me is if you want to listen to the music, that's beautiful and that's great. And some people love that. But if you want to talk, it's not so loud that you feel overwhelmed by it.
Absolutely. The seats in the bar are a wonderful place just to sit down and have a nice conversation. The music doesn't really permeate the room that much. But just a wonderful vibe here on Wednesdays and Fridays operate from 4 until 7.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm impressed because we have been up for a couple of hours, my friend, and this is the place that's popping right now.
Yep.
And it's early in the morning.
Yeah, we do a wonderful breakfast service here, plated breakfast now until the 15th of December when we'll transition to a buffet for winter. But 7 a.m. until 10:30 every day.
Cool.
Pretty good value for breakfast here in the village, and really proud of the food and the service that we offer.
Well, and Christopher, I know so much is happening. Obviously, Vail is just starting to bustle, as we know, with everything going on, and the mountain is open now. What are some of the other things we can look forward to here?
Yeah, on the 21st of December, we actually are doing a wildflower throwback dinner. Wildflower, definitely part of the history of Vail, was here in the hotel for over 20 years. Our chef, Rudy, was actually a line cook for them. Oh, wow. And is pulling some of the old menus, and we're doing the third Thursday of every month this winter, a throwback dinner at about $135, wine pairings, 4 courses. So this really wonderful, historic experience, kind of honoring our history, being 61 years old this year. So.
That is really neat. How did you think of that? That is such a cool concept.
So I started right into season last year. Didn't really have a time to plan for our 60th anniversary, so I've made a pretty concerted effort to kind of do some really good look backs this year and honor the heritage that we've established here in the Valley.
Well, and you were saying, so you do have a breakfast buffet, and so it runs all the way through the winter season.
Yeah, we'll start on December 15th, omelet station, waffle station, and pretty much more food than you could ever want to eat. We'll be at $41 for a buffet this year, so a little more expensive than last year, but still good value. Definitely in the Valley, good value for a huge breakfast every morning.
Yes,
so.
well, and I feel like that's such a cool moment to come in and before you hit the slopes, or even, before you hit the slopes, to get fueled up and ready to go. And so tell us kind of your favorite thing about this upcoming season, what you're the most looking forward to. I know you have, like you said, a lot of musicians, Obviously, lots of good energy around here. What are you the most excited to see this year?
I've made a full run of the seasons here now, so what I'm most looking forward to is welcoming our guests back. You know, we have such history here. I've met people that have literally been coming since 1962 and come every year, so I think that's the thing that has me most excited is to continue to build those relationships and honor them. But, you know, putting Cucina back on the map is kind of my focus for this year.
Right.
Post-COVID, it just kind of fell off the map. There's no reason for us not to be amazing because the food's great, the atmosphere is great, service is great, and yeah, that's my big focus for this year.
Well, and that is very true because we walked in here this morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, the vibe. It's so good. And we literally could not even step in before one of your amazing hostesses like ran up, like, can I get you, she didn't even know what we were doing. Like, can I do anything for you? Can I get you anything? And it was, you know, it makes you feel really special and really loved. And that's the vibe in here. I can tell that.
I think that's the difference between hospitality and service, right?
Yeah.
And for us, it's always been about this warm atmosphere and these great memories that we continue to create for folks. And I think that's what the lodge is known for, and that's hopefully the legacy I get to continue for it. So.
Well, I think you are doing a great job. We all adore you. I am so excited. This space, even since the last time I've been in, you guys keep on evolving it and making it look even more beautiful. How is that possible?
Yeah, we did a great renovation of the bar last year. It used to just be a big open room, and we definitely made it.
Okay.
Yeah. These weird buffets and things that are on the side. So it's this beautiful functional space now, a little more modern with the kind of the lodge aesthetic on the other side. And I really think folks should come check it out.
I love that. Well, I am so stoked, Christopher. I feel like I'll be here for brunch. I'll be here for dinner. What is the easiest way to get all the information about the Lodge at Vail and Cucina?
Yep, definitely on our website, lodgeatvail.com. You can call the restaurant here. Definitely, we're on Open Table as well, so if folks want information, restaurants availability, they can find all that there.
Awesome. Well, Christopher McRoy, we adore you. You're awesome. You'll see him here, smiling face. And we thank you so much, and I can't wait to eat here.
We'll have breakfast for you right away. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. And what a beautiful space. Please check it out. It is just absolutely stunning. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail, the Lodge of Vail. I am loving this day because I get to be with amazing human beings like Christopher here, as well as seeing this gorgeous space. Christopher, give us a tour because it is stunning here at the Lodge of Vail.
Yeah, we're definitely all programmed for the holidays right now. Wonderful places to sit down with family, enjoy by the fireplace. Our activations in the afternoon at 3 o'clock. We have 10th Mountain Bourbon tastings, fresh hot cookies and hot cider for kids. And then we move up to Cucina. We do free s'mores and a hot chocolate up there from 4 until 5 every day.
I feel like this is the one-stop shop. Just come here and hang out all day. They're going to get sick of me because I'm going to be here all day. Christopher, can you kind of take us around? This is stunning. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we were the first hotel built in Vail. We were built in 1962.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've definitely got a little bit of history as far as Vail goes.
Okay.
Wonderful fireplaces to hang out and chill. Games for the kids if you're waiting to get checked in. And we activated our gondola this year as well.
Oh my gosh, this is a moment and a vibe. Christopher, okay, so kind of let us know, people can come in here, they can have coffee, they can chit chat, they can take pictures in the gondola?
Absolutely, the lobby is a public space. I'd like to think of us a lot as a living room for Vail, just steps from the gondola and other activities in the village, and just a wonderful place to gather. It's a great place to jump off and enjoy the rest of the village as well.
I love that you said that, a living room for Vail, because that is kind of a neat thing to think about, even if maybe you're not staying here, but you come in and you see this beautiful tree, take some Christmas pictures, and you allow people to come in and really just kind of vibe and chill and feel the space. That's neat.
100%. Again, I think it just goes back to hospitality and being a welcoming environment, welcoming and inclusive. So, yeah, everyone's welcome here.
Well, you're a good guy. I like you. Well, that's why we love the Lodge at Vail. Well, this is really neat because, you know, these gondolas, it's so special because obviously not everyone, I was thinking about older people maybe not always getting the chance to, I'm getting emotional, but go on one. Or maybe if there's other special needs and you can't, this gives you the chance to really have that moment, that feel. How neat is that?
Yeah, just a little taste of history and a little taste of winter right here in the lobby. So
this is absolutely stunning. This is beautiful. And you said that there's hot cider, hot chocolate, I'm getting excited, cookies, all these things every day here?
Yeah, from 3 o'clock until 4 o'clock, we do fresh hot cookies. warm cider, and then bourbon tastings for adults as well, with
my-
our partner 10th Mountain. And at 4 o'clock, we move up to Cucina with hot chocolate. We have adult hot chocolate options.
Oh my
and
gosh.
s'mores for the kids at the fire pit out back.
So I love this because families can come, the adults can relax, and they can just chill, and the kids can have fun too, and that's the whole vibe. It's just everyone gets a little bit of what they want.
We're not so big that anyone gets lost. Everyone's within eyesight. And you can keep an eye on them, but not have to be sitting right next to them.
I love that you said that because that's a true story. It's very important. And you have this beautiful chess piece behind you.
Yeah, just again, a place for people to be comfortable, and folks come and stay in their guest rooms, but we'd like to think that this is an extension of that experience,
Oh my
and
gosh.
just give them some place to enjoy themselves and be family. It's time to unplug when you're here. I think put the phones away and enjoy things that are a little slower.
Christopher, I love that you said that because honestly, early mornings, and we walked in this space and my eyes started in a beautiful way, started getting heavier. And I'm like, I just want to be by the fireplace, put my feet up and just chill. It gives you that kind of relaxing vibe.
It is, and I think that nothing says home like a warm fire. And when you walk in and can smell the fireplace, and it just makes you want to sit down and enjoy and have some conversation.
Well, again, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of us all the time because this is such a beautiful space and it does feel so welcoming. So thank you so much for giving us a little bit of a tour here at the Lodge of Vail.
Yeah, my pleasure. Can't wait to have everyone back.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, peppermint may be synonymous with the Christmas season, but it is a delicious treat to have all winter long. Ross and I got into the kitchen and we made some delicious peppermint bark. Let's take a look. So we're back, and we are making my favorite holiday treat, which is peppermint bark. And I love this one because it's actually so easy. You can really throw whatever toppings that you want to. Ross, I know you mentioned you are not a cook.
Yes.
But if you brought this to like a holiday party or home for the holidays, people would be wowed, and it is the easiest.
Good to know. Looks like it's 4 ingredients.
4 ingredients, literally that's all you need. We've got, you need to start with your chocolate base. So I love, every time I go to the store, I always buy the Pepperidge Farm Milano cookies. And they do like a peppermint bark one at the holidays. And that's essentially what we're making here. So you've got, minus the cookie piece, you've got, you have 2 different kinds of chocolate. So we usually do it with like a semi-sweet chocolate and then a white chocolate piece, which obviously gives you the peppermint like taste and texture and makes you feel all wintry and fun inside, right?
Love it. Love it.
But the fun part about this is it actually only takes about 30 minutes to get everything set up, but you can make it in the microwave or you can make it on the stove, and we're going to go ahead and start making it on the stove here. So what you would typically do is you'd start with the semi-sweet chocolate, but we're actually, in the essence of time, not going to melt it because you need to basically set each layer, and we just layer it. So it starts with the base semi-sweet chocolate, and then you add the white chocolate on top of it, and then you put whatever toppings that you want to, and we're going with the classic peppermint bark today.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
As you can see, we're not going to melt our chocolate, but what you would typically do just to get it started is you would either microwave it or you'd put it into a double boiler system. So a double boiler system, it's not, you don't actually boil it, but you just want to get things hot. You have 2 layers, and this is usually, you use this for things that are a little bit more delicate. Like if you were melting a cream cheese, you know, I've done this where I've made a white chocolate cheesecake. So we put the cream cheese and the white chocolate, and you basically don't want the delicate ingredients to be directly on the heat. Otherwise it separates it and makes things kind of weird. So you're doing 2 layers here. We've got the pot. We've filled it with about 2 inches of water, and then we heated up that water, and we've put just another piece on top of it. And so it's a nice, easy way to melt things. You know, if things don't melt appropriately, you can add some tricks to it. Or if you're just being lazy, I call this the lazy girl hack. Just take it to the microwave and keep microwaving the chocolate at 15 seconds at a time. Stir it up and make sure it's good to go. But we're going to go ahead and start with our second layer of chocolate. With the white chocolate, you just kind of pour it in there, and you just let it kind of just melt. Typically, you want 16 ounces for this particular recipe of white chocolate. We have about 12 ounces here, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exact. And the reason I say that, it's really whatever you want to do to it.
Love that.
Right?
Love that.
So what you would do is you take your sheet pan, you put some parchment paper down, and then that first layer of chocolate, you're going to spread all over it. Since we've already set the dark chocolate piece, we've got the first layer all ready to go over here in the kitchen. So we're just going to switch this up. But you can just literally spread it, it's nice and hard, and then you would want to pull it out and kind of warm it up to room temperature before you start adding the next layer on. So we're just waiting for this to melt, and it may be done fast enough, but if it doesn't, that's okay too. And you just kind of keep stirring it. It's starting to melt really nicely here, which is really great. So you can kind of see that, right? It's easy trick. You're
that's
take
going
this home.
quick. That's going quick.
You know,
yeah.
you mentioned your mom was here for Thanksgiving, but if you go home for the holidays, you take this home to her, and she's going to be like, "What? You made this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just starts to melt really quickly, but you don't want it to be too hot. You want it to be just hot enough. You know, if it sometimes you'll start to see the chocolate like. If it gets like weird and kind of separates, you can just add some milk, or I would suggest maybe a little coconut oil or some butter just to kind of keep everything bonded together. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep stirring it. And while I stir this is the fun part, and this is where you come along.
Okay.
We've got a bunch of peppermints right now in a plastic bag. As you can see, they're in peppermint shape. But how do you make it so it's edible and you can just bite into it? Lots of fun ways. You can take a mallet, which is my preferred method, or if you've got a rolling pin at home, you can be more gentle, but you just kind of hit it a couple times. But we've got both here just for you to try out and see.
And what's the safety procedure with the mallet in the kitchen?
Don't hit it too hard.
Okay.
Maybe wear glasses, goggles, something to block your eyes.
Make sure no one's behind you.
You know, you should be a little bit gentle.
All right, here we go.
Noise is okay. Yeah, there you go. Or you can try pushing with the rolling pin.
I'm going to try one more. All right. Yeah, we're going to try the roller here.
You know, personally, I think it's fun just to kind of hammer away at it. Yeah.
Is there a blender trick or something?
Just there we go. Yeah. You just whack it.
Is this really loud? Is this coming through loud?
People love kitchen noises. We are just going at it.
All right.
It's obviously a lot more exciting than me stirring white chocolate as it continues to melt.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Ross, I don't know what you're.
Just kidding.
I mean, to me, you look like you're a pretty good cook right now. I don't know
man.
about this hammering
We're halfway
method.
there on these.
So we're doing great. The double boiler is perfect temperature. If you look at our white chocolate here, you can see it's just melting really nicely. I think we're going to add a little. I didn't add the whole bag because I wanted to make sure this was melting just well enough. But we're going to add a little bit more. Looks like I almost put the whole bag in there. And then as we continue to do this, the closer it gets to melting down, the last ingredient, we've got our dark chocolate, our white chocolate, our peppermints, and you mentioned it was 4 ingredients. The last ingredient to add a little bit more flavor to it is the peppermint extract.
Love that.
So we're only adding it to the white chocolate layer. As we continue to stir this white chocolate and you keep hammering away, we are getting after it. I say it's quick and easy, it really is. The only thing for this one is that you've got to put it, each layer has to set for about 30 minutes, and you want to make sure that it's completely cold before you pull it out, just so it gives the layers time to bond together. Otherwise, the white chocolate might separate from the dark chocolate.
I will say, I think this is a great job for the children in the kitchen.
Well, you gotta watch out for little fingers.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, this white chocolate melt is looking fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. So typically your recipe would be 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate, 16 ounces of the white chocolate. We did a bag of 12 ounces, but it really doesn't matter. Again, it really doesn't. And then you're doing about a half a teaspoon of peppermint extract, kind of like I do my vanilla extract. I don't really measure it that well. So we're just going to dump some in. All right. While we are setting this up, I just poured my peppermint extract in. I'm going to mix it all up, and then we'll be right back with the finished product after this. Made it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out here. You want to make sure that it sets for about 30 minutes, the 2 different layers, so they can really meld together. Now, it doesn't matter what it looks like when it's in whole form because you're going to be breaking it up into pieces. Right. You know, I love breaking this up and then putting it in a really nice, like, Christmas tin so you can give it away as gifts, or if you just want to eat the leftovers. But the best way to do this, to break it up into pieces, is to actually take a knife. You would think you want to take your hands and just break it, but if you use a knife, it makes sure that the layers stay together. Because if you break it with your hands, you know, you might get white chocolate and a dark chocolate piece, and then it's not all together. But it's really easy. It just peels right off of the parchment paper like that. And then all you have to do is take a knife. You can just break it in different sizes, and it's delicious. It's pretty good. You did a great job.
Peppermint looks amazing.
I'd say you can see the shine, the sparkle of all the peppermint pieces. But one of the fun things about this too, you can put M&Ms on it, you can throw pretzel pieces, you can put nuts, maybe dried fruit, whatever you want, and just make it a delicious thing. You don't even have to use 2 types of chocolate. So this is just a fun party trick. You can melt it in the microwave if you're not a kitchen person.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Thanks for coming back. Now, if you like to be warm and cozy and like a hot, delicious beverage, and specifically want to wow your friends and family, Ben and I got into the kitchen and we made homemade hot cocoa mix. Back to Good Morning Vail now. I'm loving these kitchen segments because that means we are approaching the holiday season. And approaching the holiday season, there's lots of fun things to do. So Ben, you are going to show me something really fun to make, to give away as gifts.
One of the things that we've always done in my family in the holiday tradition is we've made a bunch of different homemade gifts. And one of the all-time favorites is hot chocolate kits.
I love a good cup of hot chocolate.
I mean, everybody loves hot chocolate in the summer, and as ski season's coming on, we're going to need to warm up. And so these kits are great. They look like little ice cream cones, and they are servings for 4.
And
so there's everything you would need for 4 hot chocolates in there, toppings, everything.
Awesome. Well, in honor of today's segment, I actually had a cup of hot chocolate last night right before I went to bed. So I cannot wait to see how we make these fun and delicious kits.
I drank way too much hot chocolate last night, making sure I had everything ready and was prepared for everything to go. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to make our own Swiss Miss.
Awesome. I love that. What's great about these too, we are entering into the holiday season. You can use it as a gift, but you can throw it in a backpack and take it out on the mountain. So I think it's all purpose. Opening day tomorrow. You want something warm and delicious and festive.
If we're really feeling ambitious and we want to make a huge batch, the batch would be good for up to a year just stored in a cool, dry place. So it's not something that we need to rush out to make use of right now.
Awesome.
So let's get started.
All right.
Got this guy here. We got a mixing bowl, of course, and got to have a whisk. Far and away, my favorite kitchen thing is whisks. I just love saying the word whisk. So we're going to start out here. We've got our 2.5 cups of condensed milk.
Okay.
Or not condensed milk, powdered milk. Condensed milk would be a little bit wetter than this. Pour that guy in there.
So that's 2.5 cups.
Yep, 2.5 cups of just normal powdered milk.
And you can just get that at any grocery store.
Great value. This particular one, Walmart. And that's one of the other great things about this. It's a nice impact for the gift. It's, you know, really visually stunning. It's something that people are going to enjoy, going to be able to use, and it's really, really cheap to make.
Awesome.
So,
well, we like that. We like cost-friendly gifts.
Exactly. After we've got our powdered milk in there, then we're after our baking cocoa.
Okay.
So again, it's just standard baking chocolate, just like you would find at any grocery store. Pretty easy to be, you know. Fortunately, it's not very sweet.
You don't have to have like a specific brand. You can just get any
No,
kind.
any kind. I mean, I personally preferred like heavier cocoa contents, so I went with a 70% here. Or actually, no, I think this one's 100%. Huh, even better. So we're just going to dump that guy right in there too.
Okay, so we've got our powdered milk, our baking cocoa. Awesome.
And our baking cocoa, we're only using a cup of baking cocoa.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2.5 cups of milk, 1 cup of cocoa, and then we've got 2 cups here of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar, as opposed to like your granulated sugar, which you've got here. The reason we're using powdered sugar is it mixes in a lot better and creates a little bit more of a smoother consistency. And so we'll just go in there, try not to turn everything into a giant powdery smoke screen.
So you're just kind of layering everything in.
Exactly, layering everything in and then whisking it all together. And before, we're not quite done yet, so I'm just gonna whisk our ingredients here together, make sure that we've got it all nice and mixed, and it's already starting to get a little bit of that nice chocolatey texture.
Delicious.
Exactly, right? It smells great. But now, we've got a couple more things to add before we're really done here. And our next big thing, and this is kind of our secret ingredient here, is cornstarch.
Cornstarch, okay.
We're going to add a little bit of cornstarch, and what that's going to do is that's going to help it thicken up when we mix the water in if we're using water, because we're designing this to use water. You can still use warm milk, you can still use whatever, you know, oat milk, almond milk, whatever drink you prefer, because that little bit of, you know, or that little bit of powdered milk here. It's not going to be dairy-free with the powdered milk, but that's going to allow you to use whatever liquid you prefer. But that cornstarch is going to help it be a little bit thicker and help it give that, you know, nice hot chocolate consistency that we're all so used to. And so we got our cornstarch here.
Using the water too makes it easy when you're on the go if you don't have your preferred milk on hand.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then our cornstarch here, we're using 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And then we're also going to add just a little pinch of salt here, and that's going to give just that little bit of offset for the chocolate.
I do like a sweet and salty flavor combination, so
Now,
I think that's going to be delicious.
And this is kind of our basic recipe here. If we really wanted to pump it up a notch, which we don't really have time for today, but what we would do is we would take our powdered milk and lay it out in a baking sheet and bake it for about 15 minutes. Until it gets like a nice golden brown color, and that's going to give our hot chocolate a little bit of an extra carameliness to it.
Interesting.
A little bit of an extra depth to flavor. And then
how did you learn
our
the
last
trick of
dish.
baking it?
That was an Alton Brown thing that I picked up watching TV.
And hopefully somebody picks up and watches our show and will be making this hot chocolate.
His other thing that he recommended was adding a dash of cayenne pepper.
Yep.
So we'll do that
I have
here.
to interrupt there. I love cayenne pepper mixed with chocolate. It is delicious. One of my favorite ice cream shops when I used to live in Nashville had a chocolate ice cream with a lot of cayenne pepper in it. So the fact that this is the warm version, I'm so excited.
Awesome. So yeah, we're just going to whisk all that in there real quick. And then our hot chocolate mix.
You see all the residue coming up from the bowl.
Right?
I cannot wait to try it.
And that's it. Our hot chocolate mix is done.
Easy.
Yeah,
Perfect.
pretty short, pretty simple.
Okay, so the main ingredients are?
Main ingredients are 2.5 cups of powdered milk, 2 cups of confectioner's sugar, 1 cup of cocoa, and then 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and then a pinch of salt and a pinch of cayenne pepper.
Perfect layering of flavors,
Boom.
in my opinion.
But now, for what makes it special and makes it our big trick is we are going to use some clear piping bags.
Okay.
And we're going to take a cup of our mixture here, and we're just going to fill our piping bag with it. But first, we've got to put something down in the bottom here to kind of create a little bit of a tip for us.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Should we go with sprinkles? or
This is
chocolate
hard to
chips?
decide. I love anything with sprinkles in it. So yeah, let's go with sprinkles.
Yeah.
You can never have too many sprinkles, in my opinion.
Exactly. And I mean, in the one that we've got there, I found that the hot chocolate, using the chocolate chips, it kind of got mixed in a little bit at the bottom there. So easily the trickiest part, if you ask me, is just getting everything in here nice and layered. And not way overdoing it.
But this is up to your discretion, so you can put her as little or as much as you want.
Exactly. I mean, really, you kind of want to envision 4 cups of hot chocolate with everything that you've got, because we're only going to have enough room in our piping bag here for about a cup of hot cocoa.
Okay.
Or a cup of hot cocoa mix. And so it's a 1/4 cup of the mix to 1 mug of cocoa. So these make about 4 mugs. All right. So we're running out of time here, but let's go fill this up real fast and make our little...
This is going to be fun watching you put this in there.
Oh. I'm not going to do it myself, because you're going to hold that open for me.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Awesome. All right.
I'm just going to keep it nice and stiff.
Oh no.
And it's a party. It is a party on this Thursday morning on Good Morning Vail.
Doing our best not to make a giant mess.
A holiday party, and look at that. Gorgeous. We did it. Somewhat.
Almost. But now to finish it off, to really create that like ice cream cone look, we're gonna create a layer of
chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips right there.
And this is the fun part. You can really put whatever toppings that you like to put into your
Exactly.
hot chocolate.
And if we had a funnel, we could be a little bit cleaner up here in the top. Or if we had a rag, we could just wipe that out real fast and keep everything nice and clean. But then to top it off, we've got to give it some marshmallows to really make it look
And then
like
to
that.
make it very holiday and festive, if you were to
Ice
tie it
cream
off on the top, you just use whatever ribbon you want to. And we've got some pretty ribbon here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut a couple pieces.
And then we just turn the top there.
Let you do that. I'll do the tying.
All right. Tie it off.
And I'm a big fan of, the curly Q ribbon. So I'm an expert, I'd like to say.
All right.
I'm the one that gets designated to do that whenever we're wrapping gifts in my
Gotta
my
see
household.
the professional curly Q ribbons.
All right. Well, we'll see how I've never done it on a hot chocolate cone, so we'll see how that goes. You want to hold it?
I will hold it.
Yeah. Awesome. So I think the fun part did you know the trick and the secret to this? You go the opposite side of the natural curl, and you just pull it up like that.
Boom.
Great.
Magic.
Do this side. Boom, and you just kind of...
And then if you really want to set it off for your holiday gift, wrapping it up with a card or a little bit of some sort of notice, and then also include a little printout with the ingredients or something, or just, the instructions, not the ingredients, but cup of cocoa or 1 mug per 1/4 cup of mix, and there'll be 4 in each cone.
All right, well, I know what I'm going to be doing in this commercial break, making up a nice cup of hot cocoa. I cannot wait to
We
try
definitely have plenty of mix left over.
We've got the cayenne pepper. I love the secret ingredient, a little bit of salt. It's just quite delightful. So I'm excited to try it. Thanks for sharing today.
Oh, thank you. It was a blast.
I love learning people's holiday family recipes, so this is just a really good one to implement.
My family has a bunch, so we'll be back.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to go make that cup of hot cocoa, and then we'll be back with sports, crock pots, and more. So stay tuned. Hour 1 is on our way.
Good morning, Vail.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
If you like music, dance, and culture, Julio had quite an exciting and explosive guest here on the show. Let's take a look at all that they had to offer. You're in for a treat.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm so excited because I have such a unique, special group here joining me on the couch this morning to tell us a little bit about their group, their musical group. It's one of a kind here in the mountain area, and they're going to be also doing a little performance for us at the end, so stay tuned for that. Joining me on the couch this morning is Jessica, Santiago, and Diego from Duende Flamenco, a Spanish flamenco group here in the mountains. Thank you all for joining us. How's everyone doing?
Thank you.
Great.
Good. Thank you for the invitation.
I appreciate you guys joining us this morning here on Good Morning Vail. As I mentioned, Duende Flamenco, the one of a kind here in the mountains. There's nothing really like it here in our area. How did this all come about? How did you all kind of get together? How did you all meet? And how did you all say, hey, let's do some flamenco?
So I have been wanting to do flamenco here in Colorado, but it was kind of hard to find musicians that were interested on exploring this field.
Okay.
But then I met them. I met Diego first, and then he connected me with Santiago, and we all wanted to explore flamenco and learn together and grow together. So we have been practicing and doing flamenco since August. Awesome. And here we are.
Here we are. Now, yes. We were talking a little bit earlier, Diego and Santiago. Santiago, you met Diego when you first came here to Colorado, and that's kind of how that all kind of started for you too.
Yeah. For me, it was like coming here was start doing music for the first day. It was like beautiful. With Diego and with Jessica, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Now, we were saying earlier as well that Jessica is from Venezuela, Santiago is from Argentina, Diego is from Mexico, and together they create kind of this fusion of Spanish flamenco, which is very unique. And you guys, the group is called Duende Flamenco. Tell me a little bit about the name and kind of the meaning behind it.
So duende is in the flamenco world means that feeling of emotion, that passion, that passion that you feel when you either perform, play, or sing, or even when you're seeing flamenco live or listening to flamenco music. If you feel that that emotion within you. That means that you have the duende.
Okay. It's something that kind of comes upon us.
Exactly, yes.
It's like a magical term.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Exactly.
And flamenco is such a passionate and emotional style of music that I think, that we all kind of feel that duende. So the name is perfect for what you all do and for what you all, are able to connect through the music. So I love that. Now, tell me a little bit about flamenco music for those who might not be familiar. I know there's instruments involved. There's a lot of footwork involved. So tell me kind of a little bit about the elements that make up flamenco music.
Well, there's different compositions in flamenco music. Yeah. Our composition is guitar, cajon flamenco, and dance, which is an instrument too. It's percussions. So we interact with these elements plus singing. Santiago and I were doing the singing job right now.
Yeah.
Until we find like an amazing singer, but it's not easy to find flamenco singers. Jessica plays the castañuelas too.
Right.
So yeah, these are the three elements.
And a lot of clapping involved too. A lot of the
and the jaleos. Jaleos is a very important element.
Ole.
Yes.
Venga ya.
Yes, exactly.
Very important element of flamenco music. Well, I love that you all are here today to showcase what you all do. I know you guys have just started recently this summer, and I think you all are just excited to share your music and your talents with our community, so I appreciate you all coming. I know you are also available for bookings, private events, weddings, whatever types of events people want to hire you all for, so tell me a little bit about that and how people can get in touch with you all.
Yeah, so we have an Instagram page, Duende Flamenco with W.
Okay.
And that's our website as well, duendeflamenco.com, and you can just contact us through there.
Perfect. Well, thank you all for coming. We're going to transition now. We're going to clear the space for Duende Flamenco to give us a little presentation, a little taste of what they all do. So stay tuned. We're going to clear up the studio, and we'll be right back with an amazing presentation from Duende Flamenco. So we'll be right back.
Thank you.
eché mi brazo al hombro y el brillo de luna iluminaban tus De ti deseo todo encargado, a mi cuerpo fin alumbra mi corazón. El pueblo alegre camina, porque en ti lleva la ilusión. Ay, como el agua, ay, como el agua, ay, como el agua.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It's the top of the 8 o'clock hour on the Saturday morning edition of Good Morning Vail. It's December 2nd. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. In this next hour, we had a discussion with Eyepieces of Vail, and then I talked to an incredible singer-songwriter, Kelsey Watts, about her new Christmas EP and much more. So stay tuned. Hour 2 starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
It's your weekend sports update with Robbie. Let's take a look.
All right, thanks for joining us. So the high school hoop season is in full swing here in the Valley. And over at Vail Christian, the girls basketball team, they got a new head coach that they're excited about.
Fresh out of Baylor University, the Texan, Savannah Webster, is already making an impact on the Saints girls basketball team.
She's really on top of it and stays on our team, makes sure we're all on it and on time and punctual.
Webster teaches mathematics at Vail Christian, but her passion revolves around the rock. This is her first head coaching job, and she's taking a unique approach.
She just makes it feel like almost a family, like she's just like our sister, basically. It's not more of like, I'm better than you because I'm your coach kind of dynamic. It's more of just, we're all just great friends. And she makes it fun. She makes us work, but she makes it fun, and yet we're still a disciplined team.
To these girls, Coach Webster is already one of them. She explains fitting into their culture is her intention as the new leader of the Saints program.
I want them to love the sport, and I want them to have fun, and I want to be on their team. And so getting to be with them and let them know I'm not going to ever make them do something that I wouldn't do. I want them to love the sport. I want them to want to come back. I want them to be excited about practicing games. And so that's kind of a goal that I had going in. So
Webster believes winning games will come this season as the camaraderie on her team continues to grow.
And staying with the Saints, the boys basketball team, on the other hand, also has a new head coach, but there's something else that's the talk of the team.
Vail Christian boys basketball is eyeing a new season that brings a lot of change. However, senior point guard Will Newman says the shift is working in the Saints' favor.
We lost our coach who's been here for 23 years. Majority of our seniors who scored all of our points. So I think people are going to underestimate us a lot and puts a fire under our belly.
Newman's father, Andrew, is now at the helm of the Saints program after 2 years with the team as an assistant coach. But all the talk around the team revolves around the new freshman.
During our tryouts, we actually ranked everyone, like, say we ran a suicide and you got 9 seconds, or like 25 seconds, that's the first place time, you get 1 point. And the goal is to get the least amount of points throughout the whole tryouts. And out of the top 5 people, we had 3 freshmen. So we're really excited because we have a lot of really young players that are coming in really strong, and yeah, no, we're excited for it.
For Newman and the Saints, there's a lot to look forward to this season, but the rivalry game with Vail Mountain School is on the minds of everyone.
All of those guys, I grew up from 6th grade to now, I've been playing against them. So just so excited to play against them, last year coming out.
Vail Christian boys basketball plays their first game of the season against Lake County December 1st.
After chatting with Will Newman, you already know we had to talk to his dad, the new head coach of the Saints boys basketball team. Here's our conversation with head coach Andrew Newman. So we're with the new head coach of Vail Christian basketball, Andrew Newman. And Coach, you got a new season in front of you. What's kind of the expectation there?
Well, it's really hard to say right now. We're a very green, very young team, but we're super excited. A lot of great kids, a lot of work ethic going on, a lot of effort going in, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, and I was telling you this earlier when we were chatting just a minute ago, but you guys may be a newer team, but it seems like the chemistry is already there. Do you feel like you guys already kind of have that camaraderie on the team?
Yeah, for sure. A couple of the seniors in particular are doing a great job leading us, so they're building that chemistry from the top down. And then the younger guys in each of those classes, there's a couple kids that are really leading their classes. So I'm really happy to see this early in the season, this kind of chemistry.
Okay, in what ways will those seniors come together? You mentioned you have 3, Jack Pryor, Will Newman. How do you think those guys are going to kind of come together and lead this team this season?
Well, they're going to have to really put in a lot of effort on the court, probably getting a lot of minutes out there. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, but it's more their leadership off the court that matters. They're doing a great job really leading these guys and building that chemistry, especially encouraging the younger guys. When you're new to high school basketball or it's your first time on varsity, there's a lot you got to learn. There's a huge learning curve, and those guys are doing a great job encouraging the younger players.
And you may be new to the head coaching role, taking over the helm of this Vail Christian program, but you're not new to the team by any standard. You've been here 2 years, got the torch passed over you from Coach Coombs. What was that moment like to be kind of handed the role of this program that's been successful in his 23 years here, to be that guy that he wanted to take over the helm?
Yeah, that was a huge honor. Really grateful for everything that he's done for this school and for this program. Like you said, 23 years, he's built a winning culture, a winning program, a great chemistry. We're going to be keeping a lot of the things that he did and just try to build on the great foundation he's already created.
Okay, and you mentioned, not a lot's going to change. That winning culture is hopefully going to stick around too with you at the helm, but what things may change under your leadership?
We're going to keep trying to maintain a pretty high tempo. This valley is a valley that has a lot of great athletes. We've got a lot of great athletes on this team, so can work really hard to keep pushing the tempo and really working to have a high character team that in everything we do, we're trying to reflect the values of this school.
Okay, and you mentioned you got a scrimmage with Battle Mountain coming up. Obviously, that's an exhibition game against, another Valley team, so you probably want to do pretty well in that matchup, but what kind of makes that a good game from y'all, how you show up against Battle Mountain?
Well, it's going to be interesting because we're only going to have about 6 practices with this green group of guys before we hit that scrimmage. So we're still learning each other's names, let alone all the offenses, defenses. So a lot of it's just going to be going out there and playing good basketball. It is fun, though, to be playing inter-valley teams. A lot of these guys play together in the off season, so they all know each other. And so what's really fun is those friendships, knowing the coaches, knowing the guys, the friendships off the court, and then you get on the court, all of a sudden, game's on. It's competition. And even though in a scrimmage, you're not supposed to keep score, I can promise you, every one of our guys, they're going to know the score in their own heads. So we'll have a good time.
And speaking about playing, inter-valley teams, you guys play Vail Mountain School twice a year. That's the big rivalry in this valley for y'all. What's it going to be like, you think, just getting on the court as the head coach of this team and playing them this year for your first time at the helm?
Yeah, this year we're going to be playing them at their gym. Their gym is always packed. It's a tight gym. It'll be a full house, I'm sure. And like you said, it's an in-valley competition, so this should be a really good time. It's going to be a tough game. They always play a tough game. They're a very well-coached team. They're very strategic in the way they play the game, so it's going to be a really tough game for sure.
How have you kind of grown to appreciate this rivalry between Vail Christian and Vail Mountain School in your 2 years prior to taking over this team?
Well, it's always one of the games we have circled on our calendar, and I'm sure they do as well. It's just a good time. I mean, off the court, you want to be able to say you won that game this year, so they'll have a great program. They always have a great program. Hopefully we'll be strong as well, and it should be a really tight game.
Okay, and you mentioned Plateau Valley this season as being a big contender. Obviously, you may have a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth after last season, but what are you looking to get out of that matchup this year with them?
Well, we're going to learn a lot where we stand. They're third game of the season, so we have the home opener, and then we've got them on the 5th of December. And as you mentioned, they beat us twice in a row last year, 2 out of 3 games in a row. So that'll be a really tough team. They've got most of their starting lineup returning from that state team that went to state last year, and it'll be a really good way for us to find out, where we stand compared to the rest of the conference, and where we stand even in terms of being a potential state contender.
And this may be the hardest question I ask you all day, but if you could just narrow it down, what do you think you're looking forward to the most in this new season?
Wow. I just honestly enjoy being on the court with these guys. I mean, it's an awesome group of guys. I've mentioned I grew up in a gym basically with my dad being a coach, and so the chance just to be in the gym with a great group of guys, obviously the competition, doing a little bit of mentoring along the way, and I hope we get a couple wins as well. That'd be great.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Anything you want to add?
No, just grateful for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
So with CU and Air Force both out of the AP Top 25, we're going to lay those football seasons to bed and pick up the college hoops season.
CU for a while held a spot on this poll, but have since fallen out as they picked up a loss on the road in overtime to Florida State. It is early in the year, however, so this is the time when you want to get your losses out of the way before conference play begins and the grind really hits that stride. I do want to point out, though, that we have some representation from the Centennial State in the poll as Colorado State sits at the number 20 spot, so Rams looking pretty good there, and they're undefeated on the season and are firing on all cylinders, and that's what you like to see. Now, looking over at CU women's basketball, and they've had a good season thus far. They're coming off a loss to now number 5 in the country, NC State, but they also picked up a good win over Boston University most recently. They now sit at number 7 in the country, tied up at that spot with LSU, who they beat earlier in the year. And that was actually the first game of the season for both schools. The Buffs women's basketball team takes on Air Force next in Colorado Springs.
We touched on Colorado and Colorado State basketball, but the two teams squared off Wednesday night. We got those highlights for you right now.
Buffs win the tip-off, and we are underway in Fort Collins. Colorado State has won 6 straight and are undefeated on the year, while the Buffs entered with only 1 loss. Isaiah Stevens has a handle on the ball, loses it, recovers, and makes the shot for the Rams. CSU out to a 4-0 run. Nikkei Clifford now open on the perimeter. He'll let the 3 fly, and that drops in for the Rams as well. CU trying to inbound the ball. Josiah Strong picks the pocket and scores for the Rams to give Colorado State a 15-point lead at the half. CSU will come out strong in the second half with hopes of ending a 3-game skid to their rival Colorado. Buffs within 10 points in the second half. Stevens muscles his way to the basket and with the left hand puts it up for another 2. Clifford now with the rock, posting up, and he'll hit the turnaround jumper for the Rams to put his squad back up by 10. Rams now working together and moving the ball around the court. It finds its way to Stevens, who shoots the 3 and nails it. Now the Rams again with the ball in a similar situation to the last clip. They'll move it around and find Stevens again, who pulls up from mid-range and knocks it down for CSU. To ice this one, Stevens will get the steal, and the Rams will end things with an 88-83 victory over Colorado. And this snaps a 3-game losing streak to the Buffs in spectacular fashion.
So a solid start for college hoops here in the Centennial State. We'll see if all those teams can keep up the pace. But make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest sports coverage here in the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde con una repetición de 7:30 a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Suki and Scott show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Thanks to Eyepieces of Vail for keeping our visibility nice and clear. Ravi went and visited them and talked all about prescriptions into your lenses and what else you can do over there and the latest and greatest. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome inside the doors of Eyepieces here at Beaver Creek. I got my buddy Dave Larson here, the store manager, and you've laid out some interesting stuff in front of us here. Do you want to kind of go down the aisle and explain what we got here first?
Yeah, absolutely. We can start right here. You know, I mean, today's a great day for it. It's a little bit snowy, so we have a prescription insert. This is the insert. We put your prescription in here with an anti-fog lens, and then this fits just virtually right into any goggle, and just pop it in, and then you have a prescription goggle. So that's really key for people that can't wear contacts or, you know, have trouble with that or just need to be able to see while they're skiing. So we do a lot of those, and all we need is your prescription. Just bring it down. Moving to the right here, we have this is a Makita. This is all handmade in Berlin, Germany, out of surgical grade stainless steel. There's no screws or pins that hold it together. They actually won Design of the Year award for that design, and they're extremely light, extremely flexible. Always go back to their original shape. They have a nice polarized lenses. Polarized Pro is the name of that lens, so enhances color, contrast, and just gives a great view out there on the snow.
Just something real quick. I kind of have this bad habit of sitting on my glasses, so I feel like this may come in handy for me. You know, I feel like if I sit on those, I'm probably not broken, you know, walking away with a broken frame.
No, you sit on those, pick them right up, open them up, put them right on your face.
Easy enough, just like
Easy
that,
enough,
right?
yeah, exactly. And this here we have, this is an Italian company called CAS. It's a helmet visor combo. And what's really cool about this one is it comes with a photochromatic lens. So this will darken on sunny days, nice bluebird day, this will get nice and dark. And it also comes in with built-in audio. So it syncs right to Bluetooth right to your phone. You can take a phone call, you can listen to music. It's got the carbon fiber on the top and vented, of course. So that's a really cool one. It's all merino wool on the inside, so very comfortable, very cool, sleek design from Cask. Yep. Moving on here to, this is Jacques Marie Mage. This is exclusive at Eyepieces, all 7 of our locations. All handmade. He does numbered pieces, so he'll make anywhere from 100 frames to 500 frames, number them, and then stop and never make them again. Wow. So you really get a nice, unique piece of, you know, art, really.
Sounds like you got to get them while they still last, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you see it, you better buy it, because once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah, wow. So that's a cool one from Jacques Marie Mage, or JMM.
We got another cool one here, too. We were talking about this earlier, built-in croquis.
Yeah. That's what you're seeing. hang around your neck. You know, everybody puts their glasses down with lunch or something, walk off with them, and they're gone, right? So you can just hang it right around your neck, or you can take it right off. This is from Varney. What's cool about this one is it has these side shields too, which are removable, but what's cool about the side shields here too is the side shields are polarized. So you get complete protection all the way around, no sun getting in and out of that frame there. And then it's all removable too. So that's a really cool piece from Varney.
Yeah, it's interesting just to look at too. You know, the different colors there, the different attachments. I love it, but I kind of want to go back down here. You know, you have that insert here in the goggles. Is there a way you can get maybe some prescription services here with eyepieces?
Absolutely. We do exams in our Edwards location and our Vail location. Or if you have a prescription, you just bring it in. Or a lot of the time, if you don't have your prescription, we'll do all the legwork. We'll call your optometrist. We'll have them fax over the prescription or email it to us, and we'll take it from there, take the measurements. And a lot of the times we can have them next day. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, you know, with Birds of Prey here, I'm expecting y'all to probably get a little more foot traffic maybe through the store. But what other locations do you have in the area?
So, yeah, we have 4 in Vail, one up by Gondola 1, across from Solaris, one in Lion's Head. There's one at the Sun and Up. We have this one in Beaver Creek, one in Edwards, one in the Roaring Fork Valley, Willett, and one in Snowmass. Okay. So those are all the locations. And, yeah, I mean, wherever you are, just stop by an Eyepieces and check out the cool product.
Awesome. And as we talked about a second ago, Birds of Prey, do you guys plan on getting involved in any way with the competition happening just yonder up on the mountain?
Yeah, we're stoked with Birds of Prey. We're teaming up with Evil Eye, one of the sponsors, and that's these glasses right here. Very sport-oriented. Not a lot of people like to wear goggles. You know, they would like an alternative, like sunglasses or something that still covers the face, keeps out the wind and snow, and Evil Eye is a great option. So we will have a booth with them out there. Stop into the store. We're going to be doing a little après, you know, serving some hors d'oeuvres and some drinks here later this afternoon. So just swing by and check out the product. And yeah, we're stoked to get the winter started for Birds of Prey.
Awesome. And to all our viewers watching right now, when can you come by to the store here and check out some of the amazing products y'all offer?
We are now 9 to 9 daily. So 7 days a week, just pop in and yeah, we're happy to help you.
Awesome, Dave. Well, I appreciate you. Anything you want to add?
Well, let's see how Birds of Prey goes, and I'm stoked on it, and yeah, let's get this winter started.
Awesome. I'm right there with you, man. Let's get this winter started. More to come on TV8, so don't go away.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here. Now, whether you're a shredder or you're a cruiser, it's not about how fast you get down the mountain. It's about what you do afterwards to celebrate. I got a chance to hit the town and check out what Vail has to offer when it comes to our beloved tradition of après ski. Take a look.
It's arguably as much a part of the ski experience as skiing itself. That special time right after the ski lift stops running until right about dinner time.
We all call it après, and really it's an opportunity to celebrate with each other. So, you know, after you've had a day on the mountain, everyone comes together, cocktails, live music, food. Really, it's all about the vibe.
Oh, we know about the vibe. And so does the Four Seasons Remedy Bar.
What we do here at the Remedy very well is we take the classic cocktails and we create them to perfection.
Here, the bartender Maggie is making a couple of her most popular classics.
We, in my opinion, make one of the best old fashions in the village. Our secret is that we use a demerara syrup, which is kind of it's an unfiltered turbinado sugar, so it's kind of like has a more rich flavor as opposed to simple syrup, which kind of waters down the cocktail. People love old fashions in the winter because the whiskey really just warms you up and it makes you feel like nice and buzzed and ready to have a good time in the après season. And then espresso martinis with that caffeine, it gives you a buzz, but it also gives you energy. So if you had a long day of skiing or snowboarding, it'll kind of re-energize you.
And as far as food goes?
The tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich, which is my #1 go-to during season, that's a very popular menu item. The Remedy Burger is also a go-to. And this season, we're actually going to be rolling out several new menu items. The Vail Schnitzel is really at the top of my list right now.
And the Four Seasons has what many people call the world's most decadent hot chocolate.
It's our world famous au chocolat.
With a giant house-made marshmallow and a chocolate twill, the hot chocolate is as satisfying to watch as it is to drink. Jonathan says what makes the Four Seasons experience so special is all the attention to detail.
What we really focus on are the little touches. So the things that you're not necessarily gonna notice, but then after you depart, you're probably gonna remember them, right?
Right. It's all been pretty hard to forget. So come for the skiing and stay for the skiing. But afterwards, treat yourself to some delicious après goodness. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Welcome to Outdoor Adventures. I'm Ben Roof. We are here at Vail Pass working our way over to the Shrine Ridge Trail. It's one of the oldest and most well-known hikes here in the Vail Valley, with the original path being set by the Ute Native Americans. Though throughout history it's been enjoyed by gold miners, silver miners, pilgrims, the 10th Mountain Division, and now it's a popular hiking and backcountry skiing trail well known for its spectacular views. It's a fabulous panoramic view, but to get there, we have to get off at Vail Pass off I-70. If we're coming from Copper in the east, we're taking a left. Vail from the west, we're taking a right, and it's just a short drive before we hit a dirt road. That dirt road is the Shrine Ridge Road, and that's gonna take us a couple of miles up a few switchbacks, past some gorgeous campsites to the trailhead. Let's get started right now. So you've made it to the trailhead, which is at about 11,090 feet in elevation. From there, we're gonna go about 2.2 miles to our final destination, and that's gonna be at about 11,800 feet. We're gonna lose 100 feet in elevation on our way to a beautiful alpine marsh that provides a wide open view of the 10-mile range and the top of Copper Mountain. After that, we're gonna be regaining our elevation. We're gonna gain a total of 900 feet for a finishing elevation of about 11,800. It's a nice gradual way the whole time. Once we get through the alpine marsh, it's about an 8% grade from the marsh all the way up through a forest that's gonna break through several wide open meadows and a couple of creek crossings that can be a little bit tricky, especially during the earlier seasons, early July. Then, after we get through that forest, we're gonna hit a ridgeline. Along that ridgeline is gonna be the steepest part of our hike at about an 18% grade. That's gonna sustain for about 300 yards, and then we'll hit our final destination, providing us those gorgeous panoramic views of the Vail Valley. Make sure we've got our snacks, got our water, and let's get started. An important thing to always keep in mind when we're out here in the backcountry is wildlife. And wildlife encounters are something that we always need to be a little bit aware of. And the last time I hiked the Shrine Ridge Trail, right on this exact spot, I ran into a moose. And moose can be some of the most dangerous things we can run into out here. More dangerous than bears and mountain lions, at least in Colorado. Might be a little bit different as we get further north and we start running into grizzly territory, but we don't really have grizzly bears here, which means moose are far and away the most likely to hurt us or attack us out here. And that's because they're both territorial and they will defend themselves, and moose aren't really afraid of much. So the last time I was up here on Shrine Ridge, I was taking photos of sunset, and I was working my way back down the trail a little bit after dark. I had my headlamp with me and my dog on his leash, but when I broke out of these bushes right here, coming down this way was Mama Moose, already in a full sprint. She was coming for me. And really the only thing I had time to do was to raise my hands and yell at her. And that caused her at least to stop and think about it for a second. I lunged towards her when she did and yelled, hoping that would get her to move on, but it didn't work at all. She decided that I needed a little bit more subduing, so she took big 2 steps towards me. I fell down into the trail back behind me. I broke one of my camera lenses, and lying on my back, I had my life flash before my eyes there for a second. Fortunately, Mama Moose decided I was sufficiently subdued, so she started moving back up to where her calf undoubtedly was. But it's something that we always need to keep in mind when we're out here in the backcountry, and a couple of steps we can take to really kind of help us stay a little bit safer and reduce our risk of large wildlife encounters is to talk to our friends. Just a little bit of a running conversation or singing to yourself if you're hiking alone, that can help kind of alert some of those animals like moose, bears, mountain lions, that people are here, and that if you don't want to deal with us, best to move on. So let's move on ourselves and keep on hiking. Well, we are closing in on the very end of the Shrine Ridge Trail, so we just have that last little steep section remaining, and then we've got those gorgeous panoramic views. We have made it up to the top of Shrine Pass, and as you can see behind me, we've got the Shrine Rock right here and the Gore Range stretching on behind me in the distance to the north. To the south side, we've got the 10-mile range, Copper Mountain, and then to the southwest, we've got Holy Cross, Notch Mountain, and Battle Mountain Pass as well. And then way off into the distance, off to the west of us, we've also got the Flat Tops Wilderness. And we've got gorgeous panoramic views of everything, making that 2.5-mile uphill well worth the time. On our way back, it's going to be starting to get a little bit darker on us, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for moose near the trail. But before we head back, let's take a quick moment to throw another layer on because it is a lot colder up here, and let's grab a quick snack. While we're hanging out, enjoying the views, I want to talk quickly about two things I want to make sure that I always have in my trail pack. One of those is an insulator layer that's got some water resistance to it. The other important thing that I want to make sure that I always have with me is some food. And I want to make sure that food has both fats, carbs, and proteins in it, because having all three of those major macronutrient groups can really help us have good energy for the long haul on the trail. And my personal favorite trail snack are wonderful pistachios. It's something that I can just grab real quick, eat a little bit on the way during the trail, or hang out and really dig into for a minute. They've got that crunchy, meaty quality to them that's really satisfying, and my personal favorite, the chili roasted variety, has an extra bite to them with that spice. But they've got a whole bunch of different flavors that every time you go on a hike, you pack a snack, something that you're going to be able to hang out and enjoy as you take in the views. That's all the time I really have to hang out up here. I don't want to stay too long because if the sun starts to set, I might get attacked by moose again. So let's head on back down to the cars. Well, we've made it back to the car, and one thing to always keep in mind when we're hiking with a ridge to the west is that once the sun sets, it's going to get dark and it's going to cool off really fast. So I'm glad I had an extra light and my hat in my bag with me today. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of Outdoor Adventures as we continue to explore all of the wonderful outdoor activities the Vail Valley has to offer. I'm Ben Roof, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
The holidays are officially in full swing, and if you want to feel festive, you probably want to listen to some wonderful Christmas music. I had an excellent conversation with singer-songwriter Kelsey Watts about her new Christmas EP, The Joy of Christmas. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail. Star and angels gave the sign. About a babe unbended.
Now, you may have heard this incredible voice before, but I'm so excited. Joining me today is singer, songwriter, TikTok extraordinaire, Kelsey Watts. Kelsey, how are you this morning?
Hey, I'm so good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's great to have you here. I'm wondering if this is early for you, but it's awesome to see you. Now, very excited because you just dropped a brand new Christmas EP.
I did. I'm so excited. I love Christmas. I even have like a Santa's helper like mug at the moment.
I love the Santa's Helper mug. So what's great about this EP is you've got an incredible visual. So tell me all about it. You know, have you always wanted to do a Christmas album? And, you know, just tell me about it.
Yeah, I really have. It's always been something that I'm like, oh, I need to do this. Oh, I want to do this. And every year I just don't, because time flies and you got to start working on it in like June or July. But I really wanted to put together like a non-genre acoustic Christmas. Songs that like really spoke to me and that would just bring like some peace to everybody and just this whole like cozy vibe. It's really just kind of how it came out to. So I called some of my really good friends and was like, hey, do you want to do an acoustic Christmas EP with me? And they were so down, thank God. So we literally set up an entire winter wonderland in like 5 hours and filmed everything to it, but it turned out really great. I'm super happy about it. So it's like really raw and it sounds like you're in the room with me, like whenever you're listening to it.
I listened to it, and one, your voice is just powerful alone, but all of the musical arrangements with it is just powerful. So I love this EP because you had that incredible artwork which you just showed on our screen, but you also filmed a visual with all of it. So talk to me about planning the visual and how you just figured out like what the vibe was going to be.
It was so stressful, I'm not gonna lie. I got off of a tour the day before we were filming this. So whenever I showed up, we were like, okay, we have to record like audibly everything live while also filming everything live. So it was really just like, you have to pick the best take out of each song. So like we recorded each song 4 times, filmed them 4 times, like just straight through. It wasn't like you're in a studio and you can cut and paste and kind of like redo things if you want. It was like, nope, this is what it is. But I wanted it to feel kind of like the Christmas Eve services that I went to as a kid, where you had a cello and a violin, but also a guitar and a piano, and there were lights everywhere and candle lights. So that was really the vision that I had, and I was really stoked that it came to life like it did.
It's gorgeous. I loved watching it, and the music itself is stunning, and I'm sure each song that you've selected was meaningful, but do you have a favorite?
Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy is Oh Holy Night has always been my favorite song. But there's a song on that record by Justin Bieber originally. It's a song called Pray on his Mistletoe album from forever ago. And my vocal coach, Mama Jan, is the one that recommended it. And it has slowly become my favorite. It's the one that's kind of like mid-tempo on the EP, but it's just, I love the message of it. And I love that it's not absurdly popular to where it's just like a household, everybody knows it. So I think that's why it became my favorite, because I was like, oh, this is nice, this is awesome.
It's really a unique take on the song. I've heard the original song by Justin Bieber, and then obviously I listened to the one by you, and it's fantastic. So speaking of, you mentioned your vocal coach. What do you have coming up in 2024? Tell me all about it.
Oh my word. Hopefully I get to come back to Vail. That would be super cool. See my friends Darcy and Nick and Hap and Jen. And Hugh. Like we can just hang out, so that'll be super great. But I'm also gonna release a song February or March. I just got back from Canada, tracking vocals for that. Just lots of music and so many TikToks. So many TikToks.
Okay.
So I would love to be able to put together a tour and all kinds of things. So it's gonna be a busy year.
Well, let's talk about your TikToks. I love it because you do all kinds of fun covers. I've seen you crush Celine Dion, Disney duets with your husband. Like, how did you start coming up with all of these fun cooking duets with your husband?
Funny enough, like he's the one, his name's Brandon, and he's the one that like really was all about TikTok before I was. And he was like, Kelsey, just sing. And I was like, Brandon, everybody and their dog sings on TikTok. Like, what's gonna make it any different if I do it? And so I literally we just set up his phone, put a karaoke track on it, put my phone back here, and I started making shakes and singing, and it just took off. I couldn't tell you why. But thank God people like it. So that's great.
Well, I think the power behind your voice and then he does the reaction, which I love. But then also he's got an incredible voice himself.
I know. I was like, man, you really gotta sing more. But yeah, he's like, I feel like every other comment on the videos, it's about his hype man reactions, and they're like, I need a hype man like that in my life. And I'm like, yep, he's the best.
Literally marriage goals is what you guys have.
Thanks.
So
he's awesome.
Kelsey, can you sing us one of the songs from your Christmas EP? Just give us a quick verse and the chorus if you feel so inclined.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, let's do Oh Holy Night, since everybody knows that one. Oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Oh, long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Oh, fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine.
Woo, I've got chills with that. I have tears in my eyes. That's my favorite Christmas song, and my dad loves it. So if he's watching, I'm sure he was thrilled and ecstatic.
Oh, hey, Dad.
Kelsey, you're incredible. So where can we go to hear your Christmas EP? Where can we go to follow you on TikTok, see all the fun things that you're doing, and just journey along with your career?
All of the things. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. I mean, literally any streaming platform. It's Kelsey Watts Music. And TikTok, Kelsey Watts. Instagram, Kelsey Watts Music. I tried to make them as simple as possible. But yes, please look me up and send me a message. Like if you follow me, send me a message. Be like, oh my gosh, it's on Good Morning Vail, because I love actually getting to connect with people and make social media more personal than just numbers and social media.
You're fantastic, Kelsey, and I'm thrilled that we were able to get you on. Congratulations, Christmas EP, stunning visuals, stunning sound. You're just great. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope to see you soon.
Absolutely. I'll be in Nashville in a couple weeks, so we'll see each other.
Yeah! Okay, we'll hang out. Great.
Wonderful. Well, good to see you, Kelsey. Thanks so much for coming on. Now we have a lot more here on the second hour of Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good Morning Vail.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do. So even though you work for
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals now. Check this out.
studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
It's Saturday morning. You probably didn't sleep in if you were staying tuned with us, but I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. Love hosting on Saturdays. We had quite an exciting show, so definitely stay tuned. We'll have more for you tomorrow on Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting